I found 6 expensive gluten-free cereals, and I'm gonna try every single one of them to determine what is the best gluten-free cereal your money can buy at the grocery store. I'm gonna start from the least to the most expensive. Cinnamon Chex yourself or you wreck yourself. Compared to the other cereals, Cinnamon Chex isn't necessarily expensive, but I couldn't not include it because it's like a staple of every gluten-free person's diet. And it's still $5.50. I feel like that's not cheap. I almost just ate it with this. This is weird holding 2 spoons. I know exactly what this tastes like, so I'm not gonna act surprised or anything. I honestly don't know how the other cereals are gonna compete with this flavor. It's just incredible. The thing about Cinnamon Chex is that some pieces are just doused with cinnamon and then others just don't have any at all. So it creates this like nice mix. It's not too powerful, the flavor, but it's extremely tasty. It only gets better as it gets a little soggy and the milk starts to get that cinnamon taste. It's just dynamite. If for some weird reason you've never had Chex cereal, you gotta try all the flavors. No top allergens in here. Ingredients derived from a bioengineered source doesn't sound amazing, but we're just gonna like forget about that. The cinnamon isn't like bitter or anything at all. It's just sweet and it has 8 grams of added sugars, which I feel like isn't that much for cereal. I could be wrong. Very good. Moving on. Not 1, not 2, 3 wishes. All right, so immediately we notice the price difference. This already bumped up to $7 for a box of cereal. But the value here is that you get something that's probably a lot more healthy. There's only like 7 or 8 ingredients here. It has way less added sugars. It has organic cane sugar and monk fruit to sweeten it, and 8 grams of protein. So that's pretty tight. We get 3 wishes a lot. I've never had the cinnamon one though. I usually get the strawberry. Oh, that's really nice. What I like about 3 wishes is it isn't too sweet. I could be so off, but it's giving me like Cinnamon Toast Crunch vibes right now. I don't like overly sweet things and like cereals, so this is perfect for me. The main ingredient here is chickpea. It also has pea protein. So if you're sensitive to legumes, then it might affect your like gastrointestinal. You know, you might get some bloating or something. I mean, it's totally allergen free, certified GF. The actual cereal itself looks like a Cheerio turned into the Hulk. I'm actually surprised this is the least expensive of the expensive cereals. For what I look for, low sugar and high protein, I am a fan of this. Woman owned, grain free. Cool branding too. I like that. Moving on. Catalina Crunch. So this one is actually cinnamon toast flavored. No top allergens. It is also made with pea protein, which is why it has 11 grams of protein. Oh. Way less carbs, 14 carbs. This is keto friendly, that makes sense. No added sugar, but 9 grams of fiber, which will get you farting. You will be farting after this. No sugar alcohols too. That's really interesting. All right, let's dig in. The flavor in it's almost like back-ended. It didn't taste like anything at first, and then it sort of like waves. If you know what protein powder tastes like, do you even lift, bro? You will know what I'm tasting. So it's sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, and that's probably where a lot of that flavor is coming from. 3 Wishes was nice and light and airy, and this one is definitely like a harder crunch. Like when you're chewing, you really gotta put your jaw into it, you know? Like a TMJ eating this thing. It's definitely made for a specific audience and very different from the rest of the cereals. For almost $8, you get 7 servings. I would say I eat this in about 4 servings, so take that as you will. That's a lot of fiber. I'm gonna be farting big time. All right, moving on. 7 Sundays. I've had this cereal before and I don't think I liked it. I don't remember it looking like this. I think it hit puberty or something and grew about 10 sizes because this thing is enormous. So it has 5 grams of protein, 29 carbs, so it's not like a low carb option. The main ingredient is cassava. What I remember about this cereal was that it tasted like sunflower butter. I cannot believe how big these freaking pieces are. Oh, I don't need to blow on it. It's a nice break for my jaws and molars going from Catalina Crunch to this. It has somewhat of a bitter taste to it. It says it's sweetened with real cinnamon. This definitely tastes like the cinnamon that I put on my oatmeal and things like that, and all those other ways to use cinnamon. I I definitely want to note that it's processed in a facility that also processes dairy and wheat. It's not certified gluten-free, which I kind of didn't realize until now. So I'll be okay. For $8.50 though, I just feel like it is a lot of money. I know inflation's crazy these days. Some water cooler talk. I work from home. I don't talk to anyone but my dog and my fiance. So I don't know what water cooler talks like anymore. This is definitely for people who want high quality, low ingredient kind of food and are willing to spend top dollar for it. Moving on. Oh, I got an eyelash in my cereal. I think if I eat it, I'll grow another eye. Lovebird. Yeah, birds are pretty cool. Penguin is actually my favorite animal, if anyone's curious. That's a bird, right? All right, Lovebird is definitely going for the healthy branding. I think everything's organic. It's made with cassava flour as well, coconut flour, and sweetened with coconut sugar. 4 grams of added sugars, 6 grams of total sugar, 24 carbs, and only like 7 ingredients. I feel like all of these cereals have a really cool mission. I definitely love to see that. This falls under a lot of different diets, grain-free, no refined sugars, paleo, AIP, glyphosate-free. They give 20% of their profit to fighting childhood cancer. Super cool. That being said, the first word that I can think of when I think of their product is sticky. I don't know if I'm just a little bitter because when I was opening the package, it cut my little fingy, okay? And it hurt. And I was bleeding. So we got some beef. The only allergen in this is coconut. Let's dig in. Very forgiving on the teeth. It just kind of crumbles. It's just like, ooh, it's very airy. Small little pieces between 7 sundaes and 3 wishes. I was like, am I shrinking or are these cereals getting bigger? My grudge aside from Lovebird, I actually am not a huge fan of the flavor of this cereal. I'm using oat milk and I feel like it's giving it more sweetness than the actual cereal. Yeah, it's super lightly sweetened. It's not bad. Is it $9 good? I don't know. I could get a Chipotle burrito for the price of that. Random comparison that doesn't really mean anything, but this is like a Cheerio light with the shape and texture. I don't really love it, but we could call it, I kinda like it, bird. That was a horrible joke. All right, moving on. Last but not least, Magic Spoon. But this is the only cereal that had the audacity to put milk in it, so I'm gonna have a special guest review it for me.
Magic Spoon. First bite. It's crunchy but soft at the same time, like airy. The taste is really good. It's like creamy. It has like a slight cinnamon taste, but it's not overpowering. This was $9.50, so if you win the lottery, then spend it all on this cereal, but otherwise, that's just a little ridiculous and unrealistic. Instead of going out on a Friday night for like a $50 dinner with a friend, just grab 2 boxes of Magic Spoon and have at it. Save some money. 12 grams of protein per serving. It's keto-friendly, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free, naturally flavored, totally delicious, childlike cereal for grown-ups. It's pretty tasty. Here he comes to steal the thunder.
So it says 15 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fiber and 10 grams of allulose. It's subtracting the 10 grams of allulose from the net carbs. What is allulose and why does it subtract? Does it taste like 3 wishes?
No, it tastes different. It tastes, I don't know if you want me to say this.
Say it.
It tastes better in my opinion.
Cut it. All right, folks, so we've tried every single expensive gluten-free cereal, and my favorite of the lot is
Chex cereal, but that's too obvious, and that's not one of the expensive ones. It wasn't really supposed to be in this, and it just tastes so good that I wanted to include it. So my next favorite one is
3 wishes. If I had 1 wish, we would have 3 wishes in our pantry and eat the cereal. If I had 1 wish. Yeah, that one's for free. Next one's gonna cost you.